So it was about an hour before the party was going to start, and I was overcome by fear, which manifested in my belly, basically screaming, "Get me the hell out of here!" And my mind was saying, no, you can do this, It's just a party, come on. My belly was not having it. It was like, no, this is not okay. We definitely have to get out of here. So I had been through 9 straight days of partying in Brazil on my first trip there. And this was the 10th day, and we were hosting, Giselle's parents were hosting a party for about 50 people, a bunch of her relatives that I had not yet met. And I couldn't be more than 5 feet away from the bathroom for some reason. So I was in the bedroom with the door closed and trying to talk myself down. First I tried deep breathing. I don't know if you've ever tried this. Oh God, no, that's not working. Then I tried visualization. Just picture yourself confident, comfortable, fine, you know how to do this. But what's coming back in my head is dinner parties when I was younger, especially with Jewish people, because I'm Jewish and my family's Jewish, and I grew up in Arlington, Virginia, where there weren't a lot of Jewish people. When we went to Jewish parties, they were generally kind of nerve-wracking. Everyone was asking me, where are you going to college? What are you going to do when you grow up? What are you going to be? Oh, my David, he's going to Yale. Well, I play drums in a band. So maybe I was expecting something like this. And finally, I'm locked in the bathroom for like 20 minutes when Giselle comes in the room. It's like, are you okay? Oh yeah, no, I'm cool, I'm fine. I just maybe like could use some medicine or something. She's like, oh, okay, do you want some medicine? My dad's a doctor, my mom's a doctor. I'll go out there. I'll just go ask them. They're gonna have something for you. It's gonna be great. No, please, just don't tell your dad and your mom that I'm locked in the bathroom. Like, it's kind of embarrassing. Can you just go look for like a Tums or like an antacid or something? Because for me, I'm really sensitive to medicine. I guess I have to admit, though I don't like to admit that I'm really sensitive in general. If I take an Advil, I can kind of feel my tongue getting numb. So, it's a strength and it's a weakness, it's both. But I didn't want her dad to know about it. That's the last thing I wanted him to think of me as a guy who can't handle dinner parties. I wanted him to think, big, strong guy who can take care of his daughter, So I'm like, please don't ask your dad. So she leaves to go look for something for me. And about, a minute later, I come out of the bathroom and lay down in the bed. The door flings open and there's Fred. And he's a handsomer version of Woody Allen. But he's standing there in just a Speedo, and he goes, so you have a diarrhea, huh? And I was like, oh God, this is not going well. Giselle shows up again, and she's like, I didn't say anything. And I believe her. So he comes, he's like, I got something for you. I got some great medicine, we're gonna take care of you. It's gonna be fine. I'm like, oh, okay, well, phew, I definitely could use that. So he has like a slew, maybe 4 or 5 different pills. And they're in wrappers, and he says, this one right here, I take this one all the time, it's gonna get right rid of it, okay? And I was like, well, what is it? He's like, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. This one's gonna work every time. So, I'm probably messing up the accent, but so he pulls it out and he gives me this really teeny white pill and a glass of water, and I thanked him, thanks a lot, thank you very much, thank you, sir, thank you so much. And I begrudgingly was like, what choice do I have? Took the pill, drank a glass of water, and he left to go get ready for the party, and I'm hearing clanking and stuff in the other room, and I laid down in the bed and I kind of took a nap, and I think I just passed out. However much time passed, I don't know, but there's a knocking on the door again, and Giselle comes in, and she's like, okay, it's time, everybody's here, ready for the party. And I was like, oh, okay, and I can hear people in the other room, so I just kind of, I don't even remember that I was having a problem at all. I just get up, I put some slacks on, I put some flip-flops on, I put on a button-down shirt, and I go out and I see this room full of beautiful people. Beautiful people. I love Brazilian people. I really do. And the last 10 days was just a huge eye-opener for me. The way that they experienced life is unlike anything I ever experienced myself. Sometimes I describe it like in Brazil, you're always almost dying, but nobody pays any attention to it. driving is like, everyone's like Mario Andretti. I love driving in Brazil. On New Year's when the fireworks went off, half of them exploded like right on the ground next to us, and everyone just kept on dancing. And I just loved this. And so they took me around and introduced me to many of her relatives. And when I think back to it, I remember very much each of their faces, like it was a portrait. The wrinkles, the wrinkles in their foreheads on the older people, the wrinkles in their skin. And when I would kiss them to say hi, you kiss women, twice on the cheek when you say hi. So, and I could feel like the powerful, leathery skin on this one woman's face, and I really remember connecting to that and thinking about all that her and the whole family had survived in the Holocaust and escaping to get over to Brazil. And it was an extremely powerful experience. And I then began to focus in on her nose and the shininess of her nose, and her nose just became huge to me, like a balloon. And I felt my nose becoming huge like a balloon. I was tripping. I was totally tripping. Oh my God. And I was having the time of my life, but I do remember at one point reaching out to one of her cousins and saying, I got to tell you how beautiful, absolutely beautiful your nose is. Can I please touch it? At which point, I think Giselle's father pulled me aside and took me to the back and was like, how you doing, John? Me? I'm great. This is like great. I'm the best. He's like, yeah, but I think you're maybe acting a little, strange. And I'm like, yeah? He's like, yeah, because I in this pill, it's a lot of good stuff, but one of the side effects, it has a little bit of like an opioid in it. And like maybe you're having a lot of the side effects, I'm like, oh, now I'm becoming self-aware that I'm high. Like up to this point, I don't really know. I'm like, oh, I'm high. And I'm starting to like feel like this contraction, like crap, now I'm embarrassed too, because like I'm probably acting really weird. But he's like, well, hold on. Do you still have this problem in your belly? And I'm like, actually, no, I feel amazing down here. And he's like, good, so you got all of the effects. You got the side effects, but you got the effects. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I got the side effects, but I got all the effects. So I went back out to the party aware now that I was high. And I think I mostly just stuck with Giselle, going from person to person, listening to them speak Portuguese, which a lot of times for me is great because I'm just like, and I don't understand if I don't want to understand. Now I speak Portuguese, but that was my first time. And a lot of them spoke English, and they were very, very like happy to speak English with me. A lot of them had actually lived in the United States from time to time. So they told me some stories of how they were related or what they did for New Year's. And they were all very warm to me. They didn't ask me where I was going to college or tell me about how much better their children were than me. And at the end of the night, it all cleared out, and I just thought, well, that was a great party. I'm so glad I didn't miss that, And I was thankful that Fred, who really only meant to help me, gave me the best medicine that he knew how. That would never affect him that way. He would take 6 of those and then have no effect, except for to stop the rumbling in his stomach. So anyway, whenever I travel back to Brazil, I bring my own medicine. That's one thing. But the more profound thing is, like, I'm still wrestling with, I still wrestle in life with embarrassment and shame leading up to new events. Like even tonight, coming out here to tell my first story, I was shaking over there. I'm like, oh, and that part of me that's going, get me the F out of here, was loud. But why? Why did I sign up to do that in the first place? To expand my horizons, to meet new people, to make new connections. And that's what led me to Brazil that time and the 15 and 16, 17 times afterwards. So when I hear that voice, I just don't pay it any mind. Say, well, that's just a side effect. Did you get the effects? Yes, I got the effects, and I got the effects here tonight. My first story over and done with. Thank you very much.